California authorities arresting, then releasing a man who had two guns outside a Trump rally.
Now, that suspect has since denied the local county sheriff's claims that he was planning to assassinate the former president. Good Day's Robert Moses, he joins us live from Midtown with the latest on this situation and also the race for the White House. Robert, good morning.
Shani and Dan, good morning to you. In an interview with Fox News Digital, this suspect described himself as 100% a Trump supporter. At this point, he faces no federal charges, a little more than 3 weeks before Election Day.
With 22 days to go until Election Day, both former President Donald Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris descend on Pennsylvania, a battleground state that each views as a must-win. The former president will hold a town hall in Oaks, just outside Philadelphia, at 6 tonight. About an hour and a half later, the vice president campaigns on the other side of the state in Erie. On Saturday, before former President Trump held a rally in Coachella, California, the Riverside County Sheriff's Office arrested 49-year-old Vem Miller, a self-described supporter of the former president, as he tried to enter. According to Sheriff Chad Bianco, a deputy found a loaded handgun, a shotgun, and high-capacity magazine in Miller's unregistered vehicle. The deputy also discovered passports with multiple names and driver's licenses with different names.
If you're asking me right now, I probably did have deputies that prevented the third assassination attempt.
But in a joint statement, the U.S. Attorney's Office, Secret Service, and FBI said the former president was, quote, not in any danger. Miller was released on just $5,000 bail. Asked if he was being overly dramatic in his assessment of the arrest, Bianco, who has been highly critical of Democratic leaders, responded this way.
If we are that politically lost, that we have lost sight of common sense and reality and reason, that we can't say that, holy crap, what did he show up with all of that stuff for and loaded guns, and I'm going to be accused of being dramatic. We have a serious problem in this country.
The Coachella incident, an arrest at a Trump rally. The desert air crackled with anticipation. Thousands had gathered in Coachella Valley. They were there to hear former President Donald Trump speak. But the event took a turn. Vem Miller, a 49-year-old man from Las Vegas, was apprehended by local law enforcement. He was found outside the perimeter of the rally. Authorities discovered a cache of weapons in his possession. These included a shotgun, a loaded handgun, and a high-capacity magazine. Miller also had multiple fake IDs. His arrest sent shockwaves through the rally. It sparked an immediate investigation. The incident raised concerns about security. It also ignited a debate about the potential threat to Trump's life. The Coachella rally was one of many stops for Trump. He was connecting with supporters across the country. The incident highlighted the challenges of ensuring safety at such large gatherings. It also underscored the volatile political climate surrounding the former president. The arrest immediately became national news. It fueled existing tensions. The investigation into Miller's motives and intentions was just beginning. The sheriff's stance: a thwarted assassination attempt, Riverside County. Sheriff Chad Bianco addressed the media. He expressed his belief that the incident was a serious threat. Bianco stated that he considered it a thwarted assassination attempt on former President Trump. He praised the swift actions of the local police department. He said their vigilance likely saved Trump's life. This was not just a man with a gun, Sheriff Bianco declared. This was a calculated plot to harm the former president. His words carried weight. Bianco's assessment added another layer of complexity to the story. Trump's campaign released a statement. They thanked the local authorities. They commended the sheriff's department for their quick response. The statement expressed gratitude for ensuring the safety and security of the rally. The incident marked the third reported attempt on Trump's life since leaving office. The previous attempts had also been thwarted. Each incident heightened concerns about his safety. Federal agencies respond disputing the sheriff's claims. Federal agencies, including the Secret Service and the FBI, launched investigations. They were tasked with determining the nature of the threat. Their findings differed from the sheriff's assessment. The agencies disputed the characterization of the incident as an assassination attempt. They maintained that Trump was never in imminent danger. Their preliminary findings indicated that there was no direct threat to his life. They emphasized that their investigation was ongoing. The agencies were scrutinizing Miller's background. They were trying to understand his potential motives. The discrepancy between the local and federal assessments added to the confusion. The public was left to grapple with conflicting narratives. The question of whether this was a serious attempt on Trump's life or an isolated incident remained unanswered. Vem Miller, the man at the center of the storm. Vem Miller, the man apprehended at the rally, became the subject of intense scrutiny. His background and motives were under investigation. Miller claimed he was a Trump supporter. He said he had the weapons for his own protection. He stated that he had informed the police about the firearms at a security checkpoint. Miller denied any intention to harm Trump. He maintained that he was exercising his Second Amendment rights. Miller's claims were met with skepticism. The authorities were working to verify his story. They were analyzing the evidence collected at the scene. Miller's background check revealed a history of minor offenses, but there was nothing to suggest he was capable of carrying out an attack. The investigation into Miller's life was just beginning. Uncovering the truth behind his actions would be crucial in determining the true nature of the incident. Section 5. A history of threats, past attempts on Trump's life. The Coachella incident was not the first time Trump's safety had been compromised. He had been the target of several threats and attempts on his life. In 2016, during a campaign rally, a British man attempted to grab a firearm from a police officer with the intention of harming Trump. In 2017, a man carrying a loaded handgun and a knife was arrested near the White House, claiming he had a message for Trump. These incidents highlighted the very real dangers faced by high-profile figures like Trump. The Secret Service, responsible for protecting the president and former presidents, faces immense challenges. The rise of social media and online extremism has made it more difficult to track and prevent threats. The Coachella incident served as a stark reminder of the constant vigilance required to ensure the safety of public figures, particularly in today's polarized political climate. Section 6. The Second Amendment Debate, a collision of rights and security. The discovery of firearms in Miller's possession ignited a debate about the Second Amendment. Gun rights advocates argued that Miller had the right to bear arms, regardless of his proximity to a political event. They emphasized that law-abiding citizens should not be stripped of their constitutional rights based on speculation or unproven accusations. Gun control advocates countered that the presence of firearms at political rallies posed a significant threat to public safety. They argued for stricter gun laws and regulations to prevent such incidents from occurring. The debate highlighted the deep divisions in American society over gun control. It also underscored the challenges of balancing individual rights with the need to ensure public safety, particularly in an era of heightened political tensions. Section 7. The Political Divide, Polarization and Perspectives. The Coachella incident exposed the deep political polarization in the United States. Trump supporters rallied around him, expressing outrage over the perceived threat to his life. They viewed the incident as evidence of the deep state working against Trump. Trump's detractors were more skeptical. Some questioned whether the incident was exaggerated for political gain. They pointed to the conflicting narratives and the lack of concrete evidence of an assassination plot. The incident became a lightning rod for political discourse. It fueled existing divisions and deepened the mistrust between opposing sides. The incident illustrated the challenges of having a rational and nuanced conversation about important issues in a highly polarized political climate. Section 8. The Aftermath, Investigations and Implications. In the wake of the Coachella incident, investigations continued. The FBI and Secret Service were working to gather evidence and build a case against Miller. They were also reviewing security protocols for Trump's future events. The incident raised concerns about the adequacy of security measures. It prompted calls for increased security at political rallies and gatherings. The incident had far-reaching implications. It highlighted the vulnerabilities of public figures. It also exposed the deep divisions and mistrust that plague American society. The Coachella incident served as a stark reminder of the challenges facing the nation. Section 9. The future of Trump rallies, security concerns, and precautions. The Coachella incident forced a reassessment of security measures at Trump rallies. The Secret Service and local law enforcement agencies faced mounting pressure to ensure the former president's safety. Enhanced security protocols were implemented. These included increased screening, expanded perimeters, and a greater law enforcement presence. These measures aim to deter potential threats and provide a swift response in case of an incident. The challenge was to strike a balance between security and accessibility. Excessively stringent measures could alienate Trump's supporters. The goal was to create a safe environment without stifling the energy and enthusiasm of these rallies. Section 10. Conclusion. A nation divided, a life in the balance. The Coachella incident was a stark reminder of the fragility of peace and the volatility of the political landscape. It exposed the deep divisions within American society. It also highlighted the challenges of protecting public figures in an era of heightened tensions. The incident raised more questions than answers. Was it a thwarted assassination attempt or an isolated incident? Was Van Miller a lone wolf or part of a larger plot? The answers to these questions remained elusive. The Coachella incident served as a wake-up call. It underscored the need for unity, understanding, and a commitment to peaceful dialogue.